Hello everybody, this is your girl Slick Vic. Welcome to Peace Toast and Jam. Y'all, cracking open a bubbly, a good old water, sparkling water. Can I just tell you this real quick? I never would do sparkling waters until I met my boyfriend. He got me on a sparkling water kick, and like the LaCroix, the bubblies. This is actually Waterloo. I just got this at, where did I get this? Aldi's? Aldi. Oh my gosh, that actually brings up something funny too. I say it and then I'm like, oh my god. My Ohioan background, I supposedly this is an Ohio thing. I don't know. Apparently it is. I don't know. That we put S's on the edges of everything and we say store names wrong. So it's not Aldi's, it's Aldi. But anytime I say I went to Aldi, I was like, oh, I went to Aldi's. And oh my gosh, Javi's little ones, they'll make fun of me all the time. They're like, Vic, it's not Aldi's, it's Aldi. Why do you keep putting an S on everything? I'm like, oh goodness. So anyways, just a little tidbit of information that apparently that's an Ohio thing. Or maybe they just think it's an Ohio thing because they only know me, I don't know, from Ohio to say it. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. So today, the podcast episode is about what the heck are you doing with your life? That's the theme. That's what it is. Like, what is your purpose? 100% that is what it is. But also like why are you doing what you're doing? And why is your purpose? And let's go from there. So this has been like an ongoing theme, I feel like, in my life, to be honest with you. But before I say all that, if you are curious about having your life be a little bit happier, joyful, please go to my website, slickvic.com. I have an ebook out there. There's also a paperback copy. I like the ebook better only because I did the paperback through Amazon and I didn't realize the font was so small. So my parents have my only copy that I had bought. And they're like, yeah, we love it, but it's just a little tiny for us. And my parents are 70 and above. So I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't know how to really correct that. I think I need to like reach out to Amazon and see if I can change the font size. I don't know if that's even a thing. I don't know. This is all new to me. But if you're someone who can read on your tablet or on your computer or your phone, there's the ebook form of it, and it's through my Etsy shop. So just go to the link in any of my socials, which it's SlickVicBA for all my social media. So like TikTok, Instagram, Threads, all that jazz, or you just go to slickvic.com. Also YouTube, I have been now uploading these podcast episodes on YouTube. So if you'd rather see me while I talk and see my hands flying all around and me flipping my hair like usual, you can now see me as I talk through my podcast. So please subscribe, please share, all that jazz. Okay, so, oh, I also just downed a bag of kettle corn. It was so good. Okay, anyways, so yeah, your purpose and what you're doing in life and all that. This is so important, and I feel like, personally, I don't know why this has always been such a weird thing, I guess, for me to really like figure out. I think the biggest reason is because I've changed it so many times, but also, and if you guys know me already, you know I'm a really spiritual person. I believe that maybe in this lifetime, I'm supposed to experience many different careers and purposes, but like there's like a core purpose at the bottom of it, which I personally feel like it's bringing joy to people. So I can only speak from obviously my experience because I observe a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people. I have clients. I have a lot of friends and family that have disclosed their purpose and their life, like goals and all that. But for myself and what I have felt through the years, I feel like it's an evolving thing. And with joy being, I think, my purpose, which is hard. Again, you hear me say think because I don't know. And this is like the weird part, which I'll get to. It's, for some reason, it feels like it's draining to me. And I know from what I've also read and from other people have said that it shouldn't be that draining, which is not all the time it is. So then that makes me feel like I'm on the right path, but maybe I need to tweak it a little bit. Or perhaps I need to find the things that I do effortlessly and I also enjoy to figure out, okay, you like these things, it's really easy for you to do, it doesn't drain you, how is that joyful for you or for others, you know? And then that's how you can serve other people and you can share your gift with others. And spiritually speaking, that is like really my goal, is to keep figuring that out, keep tweaking it, and keep just putting it out there into the world, into the universe, into people's lives, and see if it sticks. With that being said, I think that's hard for a lot of people to figure out, because this world is so crazy and so hard to really follow your purpose and goals, specifically now, because I mean, y'all know the world is crazier than it's ever been, right? Like, this is just, which maybe not. Maybe there was times where, you know, our parents and their parents and their parents and blah, 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 like thought like this is the craziest life has ever been. But I don't know, because I feel like lately there's been so much craziness in the political side of things, in the religious side of things, in the life side of things. I mean, there are billionaires out there, like millionaires, billionaires, all that jazz. Like, but I mean like multi-millionaires, right? Like not even just like the millionaire. And we have so many people that are in poverty, so many people that are just struggling, and our whole like system in general is collapsing in so many ways. And they still want us to keep finding our purpose and all our goals and all that stuff. And maybe this is the human side of me coming out, most likely. But I'm like, well, gosh darn it, how do we find our purpose and we can actually go forward in this and do the things we love and share it for free, when we have to work X amount of hours to pay for a small apartment that's as big for a mouse, as big as a, how's that say? It's only big for a mouse. I don't know. You know what I'm saying. And you pay like the amount for like basically rent for like a mansion, and like the money aspect of things is what brings everyone down. That's what I'm trying to get at with all this jibber jabber that I'm saying. The fact is, I think a lot of people really want to follow through with their purpose and their goals and figure out what they want to do in life, and they have it in their heart and their soul. Like there are people out there that just want to draw. There's people out there that just want to cook. There's people out there that just absolutely love, I don't know, writing books, but they're like, all right, I want to do that and I'm doing it, but I haven't figured out a way to make money from it yet. So in the meantime, I have to work this job or be in this career that'll be able to pay the bills, but here we go. But it's not enough for me to do that in my goal. And then other people would say, but that's why you then take a risk and you just go all in and you go, screw it. Okay, I'm going to either cut my hours in half so that I have that other half hours to really pour into my goal and get it jump started. Or some people like myself literally just cut all the ties, like just like literally burn the boat, right? Like that's what I did. I had careers, I had jobs, I opted out of all of them in order to follow my goal and my dreams. And so far, I'm just gonna be honest, it has been really tough. But there have been so many moments of like, wow, but this is what I've been wanting, and this is what I truly want to do, is to bring joy and happiness, and the money aspect will come. And guess what? It has in some ways. Now it's still on its way, if you know what I'm saying. Like, we're still working towards it every single day, and I'll put that out there into the universe till I'm blue in the face. And probably once I get it, I'll keep going with it, because that's how it works. But I keep trying to have a mindset that's more of a healthy, wealthy, abundant, mind, body, soul attraction, so that I attract that. And not the, well, I only have time for this, so I'm only putting this amount of work, and I mean, maybe eventually it'll happen. Because I think that's what's the problem, is that's what stunts a lot of the growth. That's why a lot of people just cut off their goals, and they just give in to the society that we have now, and they do the 9 to 5, and they wait for retirement, and then they're too tired and just want to retire from life to really go for their goals. Or they do it so late in life that, yeah, it's probably in some ways still amazing, but I'm sure there's possibly maybe regret, maybe like, gosh, if I only had just risked it all at that age. And then we can go through another caveat, I don't know, another plan or path that maybe they had to go through all that in order to get to the place that they were, in order to have the experience and the education and all that to do what they're doing now. So again, even as I'm talking about this, I'm sure you can tell it's so squirrely. There's so many branches on the tree. There's so many different reasonings for why things happen this way or that way, and why it doesn't happen now, and why, it works as we wait or we don't, or we take the risk, or we only go halfway, or it's so complicated. But it's so beautifully complicated. It's like almost like a beautiful chaos, if you will. And there are days where it's really amazing, and there's days where it's like, why the heck me? And I think another thing is we're really quick to compare, myself included. This is something that I've worked on for a long time and I've gotten a lot better at. But when I'm in those low points, y'all, I'm raising my hand, it's really hard to not compare, specifically to people that we know, correct? Like, it's one thing to be like, oh, those actresses and the celebrities and whatnot, like, yeah, they're millionaires, billionaires, whatever. But like when we know someone who's in our family or a group of friends or someone we went to school with that we literally sat next to and they were like, holy crap, we shared the same, I don't know, like textbook with, and they're a millionaire and you're not, or your family member's a millionaire and you're not, or you know what I'm saying? Then we do start to compare and we think less of ourselves because we're like, well, if they did it, what did I do wrong? Like, we had the same upbringing, or we had the same education. We actually had the same goals in some ways, right? Maybe they were going for the same goal path that you were going for in some ways, and they succeeded, and here you are not there quite yet. And that comparison mindset can also stunt your growth and also completely diminish your creative, imaginative mind and just like lust for life in general. There's so many people that just fall short and they succumb to horrible addictions and whatnot because they just want to give up. So when figuring out like your life purpose and figuring out what you should be doing in life and all that, I don't even know if it's good to do anything other than to focus on what really is enjoyable to you, to focus on how you can bring some sort of service or joy or light or help to the world, to anybody. And when you find that, and when you find what you're good at, but you also enjoy doing, because that's important too. We could all be really good at something, but it doesn't mean we like doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I could be really good at cleaning toilets. Doesn't mean that I want to be a toilet cleaner. Doesn't mean I want to have like a Molly maid service or something like that. I could be really good at that, 100%. But do I want to make that my goal? No. There are some people out there that are making millions of dollars because they started out doing that, then they created more companies, more businesses, etc. Now so I think that's something that more people need to really tune into. And just imagine this before I leave, y'all. Could you imagine if everyone was actually doing that in the world? How much happier the world would be? I mean, there are, like I just said, there are people that would be happy to clean. It's not about cleaning the toilets, by the way. It's about cleaning. Sometimes that is such a therapeutic, enjoyable experience for people, so much so that they're like, I love doing this. I really do. There's like little girls and boys at young ages who are just like little cleaning machines and they enjoy it. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of it is probably passed down through their guardians, whoever's raising them to be like, be super clean. But some, I think their life purpose could be to be really good at it, and then maybe to show other people how to be good at it. Now, yes, does everybody want to be doing those jobs forever, even though they're good at it and it's somewhat enjoyable? No, I'm sure a lot of those people that are working other people cleaning are like, yeah, this is really cool, it's actually enjoyable, whatever, but like, I want to start my own company, or I want to do a different way of cleaning and maybe make it smaller, or maybe I want to clean like something different, maybe not just toilets. So yeah, there's definitely many branches, many avenues, many paths that we can go down with all this. But my point is, could you imagine if the world was just, everybody was doing what they really were passionate about and not just doing it to get by, not just doing it because society says they had to pick like X, Y, and Z to do, not just because of the financial aspect of it. That's the biggest one, I think. So I think the world would be a better place. And I don't know, obviously I don't know, because I'm not going to be here forever. Of course I want to live a very long time and I plan on it, but I probably have many other lives to live, so, But in the meantime, I don't know how many lifetimes it would take for the world to figure that out completely. It seems like the world is kind of in a crazy spot. But nothing is impossible. So I feel like if more people could think about the world in this way and actually start like putting their time and energy into things they really enjoy, and not think about the money, not think about the praise that they would get, but just literally things that they love to do and they're good at and they want to share with the world, and maybe that could help other people, the world would be such a better place. So just something to think about. I don't know if anyone out there right now is listening to this saying, yeah, that's exactly what I did, or, ooh, I'm in the middle of figuring this out, or gosh darn it, you hit a nerve there, I need to figure out what I need to do. Or maybe this will be like a big old wake-up call to go back to the thing that you were doing once that got stunted because of all the other reasonings that I was giving. But all in all, I believe that we all have purpose. I really do. There is some purpose to everybody here, and I believe that we choose different paths for different reasons, but it's never too late to do it. And even though I gave the example of the older folk, in retirement, finally getting to do it, but having some mild regret, at the end of it, that person is somehow fulfilled if they're able to do it. So if you are of some age where you feel like whatever it is that you are passionate about is out of reach, be creative with it. Maybe not the whole aspect of that goal of yours is gone. Maybe you can somehow still serve it and serve others through it. You just have to be imaginative and creative. So go back to your little 4-year-old, 7-year-old self and get that creative brain going, get the juices flowing, and figure out what you can do in the next, month to 2 months to jumpstart that into a future endeavor. Because, like I said, I don't think anything is impossible. I don't think that word really exists. So, all right, well, I hope you guys like that. I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed talking about it because it's something that I am always actively wanting to talk about, wanting to just fine tune for myself. And although I feel like I know what mine is, at times I don't. And in those moments, I have to really reconsider my thought processes around things and say, is my mindset in a good place, or am I in a low spot, or is this maybe a leveling up moment? Who knows? But just don't give up on it is what I'm saying. So if you've thought that this was helpful, please share this. This is the only way my podcast is getting out there, of course, through the sharing, through me posting on my socials, which I've already given my socials out there. Of course, Slick Vic, B as in boy, as in apple. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, it's Slick Vic. I'm also on Pinterest, by the way, which is so funny. I just randomly saw my Pinterest page the other day was getting some followers. I was like, heck yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna be a little bit more active with that as well. Let me know what you thought of this podcast. If you thought it was helpful, really, just let me know. Even if you don't have anyone to share it with, just give me a thumbs up, a heart, cool, woohoo, smile. Because that way I know you guys are actually listening to it. But with that, I'm gonna get the night going. I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, a beautiful afternoon, and a lovely evening, whenever you listen to this or see it. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye.